Just stop for a moment right now. Ask yourself how much of your life is being swallowed by things that don't even deserve a second of your attention. Time, friends, is the most ruthless, unforgiving, and sacred thing we have. And yet, so many of us hand it away like it's an endless river. We scroll endlessly. We engage in conversations that drain us instead of nourish us. We worry about people who will never think about us tomorrow, and we call it life. Here's the truth. You are not meant to live life as if it's disposable. You are not meant to sacrifice your energy on meaningless arguments, ungrateful people, or tasks that leave you hollow. Every moment you spend on what doesn't matter is a moment you steal from the life you could be building, the life that calls you with a fierce, relentless energy, demanding that you pay attention. I want you to feel this, feel the heaviness of wasted hours, the weight of opportunities missed because you were too distracted, too busy, too afraid. There's a fire inside you, but it flickers when you give your attention to the wrong things. And that fire is your life. Imagine just for a second what it would feel like to reclaim that fire, to say no to the meaningless and yes to the sacred, to invest your energy in people, projects, and experiences that make your soul ache with joy. The truth is you can't do everything. You can't save everyone. You can't control what others think of you, but you can decide what deserves your precious, irreplaceable time. So today, I want you to start noticing, start observing where your time is going. Be brutally honest with yourself. Are the things you're clinging to giving you life or stealing it? Because the moment you wake up to that, the moment you see the truth, something shifts inside you, a boundary is drawn, a fire is lit, a life that is truly yours begins. Let's get real. Distractions aren't just annoyances, they're tiny thieves. They creep into your day disguised as small tasks, quick checks, just 5 more minutes. And every single one of them is quietly robbing you of the life you were meant to live. Think about your morning, your afternoon, your evening. How many moments have been swallowed by scrolling through endless feeds, overthinking someone else's choices, worrying about things you cannot control? How many of your precious hours have been spent reacting instead of creating, reacting instead of living intentionally? The brutal truth is this: every distraction you entertain comes at a cost. Time is not infinite, it never comes back, and yet we give it away like it grows on trees. We say yes to things that drain us and no to the things that ignite us. We fill our schedules with obligations that don't honor us, with people who don't value us, with work that doesn't fulfill us, and slowly, almost imperceptibly, our life slips through our fingers. Here's the part that cuts deep. You are responsible. Nobody else. Waiting for permission to stop wasting time, waiting for someone to notice your exhaustion, waiting for the right moment to reclaim your life. That is a trap. Life doesn't wait. The days don't reset. The opportunities don't come knocking twice. And every second you hand away to the unimportant is a second you will never get back. But here's the powerful truth: distraction only has the power you give it. The moment you recognize it, name it, and refuse to let it rule your day, something shifts. You reclaim your energy, you reclaim your focus. And suddenly begins to feel lighter, brighter, more alive. So start noticing. Notice what pulls at your attention. Notice what leaves you feeling empty, tired, regretful. These are your guideposts, your signals. Stop running on autopilot. Stop letting the trivial dictate your life. Because you deserve to spend your time on the things that matter, the things that nourish your soul, the things that make your heart beat faster and your spirit saying, let's pause and feel this for a moment. Every hour, every thought, every ounce of energy you give to what doesn't matter is a piece of your soul being quietly drained. It's not just time that's lost. It's emotional currency. Your feelings, your joy, your confidence, your sense of purpose, each is a fragile treasure. And yet, how often do we hand it over to things that diminish it rather than grow it? Think about it. How many times have you invested your heart in someone who doesn't care, in a project that doesn't fulfill you, or in drama that doesn't deserve your tears? The emotional toll is enormous. It's invisible, silent, but it accumulates like debt. Anxiety, frustration, resentment, exhaustion. These are the signs. They whisper to you that your life is being spent on autopilot, that your energy is being stolen piece by piece, day by day. The thing is, it's often disguised as important. We tell ourselves, I have to do this. I need to respond. I can't let this go. But ask yourself, does it actually feed you? Does it uplift your spirit, ignite your curiosity, or deepen your connections? Or does it leave you hollow, depleted, questioning why your life feels so heavy, so exhausting, so unfulfilled? Here's the painful truth. Wasting energy on what doesn't matter is self-betrayal. Every time you prioritize the trivial over the vital, you are telling yourself, I am not worth protecting. My energy is not sacred. My life is not precious. And that, my friend, is a lie you cannot afford to keep believing. You deserve better. Your heart deserves better. Your soul deserves better. Imagine redirecting that energy. The time you spent worrying, arguing, scrolling, or pleasing the ungrateful toward the things that actually make you feel alive, your passions, your relationships, your dreams, the moments that make you laugh until it hurts, cry because it's beautiful, or stand in awe because life feels too big, too raw, too incredible to waste. This is the turning point. So you start saying no to the unworthy, the shallow, the draining. This is where you reclaim the most precious currency you have, your emotional energy. And when you do, life begins to shift, not gradually, but in ways that make you gasp with relief and possibility. Let me tell you something that many people never learn. Saying no isn't rude. Saying no isn't selfish. Saying no is one of the most courageous, life-affirming acts you can do. Every yes you give to something meaningless is a no to your own life. Every time you let someone else dictate your schedule, your priorities, your energy, you are silently shrinking yourself, shrinking your potential, and shrinking your joy. Boundaries are not walls. They are the sacred fences around your heart and your time. They are the way you tell the world, I am here. I am present. But I will not let you steal what is mine. And make no mistake, this is hard. Harder than scrolling mindlessly or saying yes to everything. Harder than tolerating the discomfort of disappointing someone else or breaking the cycle of people pleasing. But it is also life-saving. Because here's the thing, every second you spend protecting your time is an act of love toward yourself. Every boundary you enforce strengthens the muscles of your courage, your clarity, your focus. And suddenly, the noise, the chaos, the demands, the trivial drama loses its grip. It may fight you at first. You might feel guilt, anxiety, even shame. But these are not signs that you are doing wrong. They are signs that you are doing something right. Signs that you are finally taking your life seriously. It starts with the small things, saying no to a meeting that adds no value, saying no to a conversation that drains you, saying no to checking your phone every time it buzzes. Every no is a seed. Every no grows space. Space for the people who love you, for the work that matters, for the experiences that make your heart feel wide open. So today, I challenge you to take inventory. Where are you giving your time away without intention? Where are you saying yes out of habit, fear, or obligation? Start drawing those lines. Say no with kindness, but with conviction. Say no to protect your energy, your dreams, your life, because no one else will do it for you. And the moment you do, the moment you take that stance, life begins to shift. It begins to honor you. Here's a hard truth. Not everyone, not everything is meant to stay in your life. And clinging to people, habits, or thoughts that drain you is one of the most common ways we waste our time. It's invisible theft. It's subtle, but it leaves scars on your energy, your confidence, and your sense of self-worth. You felt it before. The exhaustion after a conversation that went nowhere. The regret after giving your attention to someone who doesn't value it. The heaviness of carrying old habits or fears that serve no purpose. That exhaustion is your soul's way of screaming, this isn't for you, let it go. And yet we hold on, we rationalize, we hope things will change. But hope without boundaries is just another form of wasting time. Letting go is not about bitterness. It's not about punishment. It's about reclaiming the life that is rightfully yours. It's about clearing space for joy, for growth, for people and experiences that lift you instead of weigh you down. When you release the toxic, the draining, the meaningless, you make room for the sacred. You make room for the things that truly matter, the laughter, the connection, the moments that make your chest feel alive. This is an act of courage. It requires honesty. It requires looking at your life with a clear eye and asking yourself what truly deserves my time. What am I holding on to that I don't need to? And then acting. Thousands, not tomorrow, not next week, now. Because every day you wait is another day your energy is stolen. Another day your life slips through your fingers. Letting go is messy. It's uncomfortable. It's painful. But it's also liberating, empowering, and transformative. And the first time you release something that doesn't serve you, something shifts. Your shoulders feel lighter. Your mind feels clearer. Your heart feels freer. And you begin to understand a simple but radical truth. You are the guardian of your own time. You decide what stays, what goes, and what gets to take up space in your life. So today, make a decision. Start letting go of one thing, one person, one habit that drains you. And notice the space it creates, the breathing room, the possibility, the life that is patiently waiting for you to step fully into it. Here's the truth you need to hear: life is finite. Your time is finite. And if you don't decide what truly matters, someone or something will decide for you. Every day you spend on distractions, on unworthy worries, on things that don't feed your soul is a day stolen from your purpose, your joy, your legacy. Prioritizing is not about doing more. It's about doing less, but doing it with intention. It's about carving out space for the people who light you up, the work that ignites your curiosity, and the moments that make your heart feel alive. It's about asking yourself, if this were the only day I had, what would I spend it on? And then actually living that answer. Too often, we let urgency masquerade as importance. We respond to notifications, emails, obligations, and the endless pull of other people's agendas. But urgency does not equal significance. Just because something demands your attention doesn't mean it deserves it. The things that truly matter, the relationships, the dreams, the experiences that leave you breathless, don't always scream for attention. Sometimes they whisper, and it takes courage to listen. So start today. Write down what matters most to you. Be brutally honest, and then ruthlessly protect that list. Let it guide your decisions, your priorities, your energy. Let it be the compass that directs where you spend your life, because your energy is sacred and your attention is gold. Once you start living in alignment with what truly matters, everything else falls away. The noise, the distractions, the unimportant, they lose their power. Living intentionally is not a luxury. It is a radical act of self-respect. It is a declaration to the world that your time is yours, that your life is yours, that your energy will no longer be siphoned away by the meaningless. And the more you practice this, the more natural it becomes. The more you honor what matters, the richer, deeper, and more alive your days feel. Your time is your most precious resource. Protect it, prioritize it, live it fully, because every moment you spend on what truly matters is a gift to yourself and to the world that needs the best version of you. Here's the thing nobody tells you when you start protecting your time. When you start saying no to what doesn't matter, guilt and fear will try to sabotage you. They are relentless. They show up as little whispers in your mind. What if they're upset with me? What if I'm being selfish? What if I miss something? And if you listen, if you obey them, you'll stay trapped in the cycle of wasting time on what steals your energy. But listen closely. Guilt and fear are not facts. They are feelings. They are the mind's way of clinging to old patterns, old habits, and old obligations that no longer serve you. And you do not have to obey them. You do not have to let them dictate how you live. Saying no, prioritizing your life, and protecting your time is not selfish. It is radical self-respect. It is courage in action, is the only way to create a life that feels alive, meaningful, and whole. Think about the cost of letting fear win. Every time you give in, you lose a piece of yourself, a piece of your freedom, your joy, your clarity. And every time you stand firm, you win something far greater, your power, your integrity. You send a message to yourself and to the world that your time, your energy, and your dreams are not negotiable. So what does it take to overcome the guilt first? Notice it, name it, feel it, and then let it go. Recognize that the discomfort is temporary, but the cost of ignoring it is permanent. It is temporary courage versus permanent regret. That is the choice in front of you every single day. And here's the beautiful part. The more you practice saying no, the more you honor yourself, the easier it becomes. Fear shrinks, guilt fades, and your life expands. You start living with intention, clarity, and focus. You begin to see how precious every second is, and you refuse to hand it away carelessly. You start living fully, boldly, unapologetically, and every part of you, the heart, the mind, the soul, breathes easier. Here's the reality. Intention without action is just wishful thinking. You can decide to protect your time, to say no, to prioritize what matters, but if you don't build habits that support it, old patterns will creep back in. Life will reclaim your energy, and the meaningless will find its way back into your days. Habits are the armor you wear to defend your most precious resource, your time. Start small. Start with the little things that create structure and focus. Set boundaries around your phone. Schedule time for the work that truly matters. Create rituals that honor your energy, morning routines that feed your mind, evening rituals that calm your spirit. Each small habit, each tiny decision compounds into a life that feels intentional, rich and alive. But here's the kicker: building these habits requires discipline, courage, and patience. You will stumble, you will falter, you will slip back into old patterns, and that's okay. What matters is that you get up, recommit, and keep showing up for yourself. Every time you do, you are reinforcing the truth that your time is yours and you are worthy of protecting it. Habits also help you recognize the difference between what matters and what doesn't. Over time, your instincts sharpen. You begin to see instantly what deserves your energy and what doesn't. You start saying no without hesitation because your life has become too valuable to waste on anything less than extraordinary. And let me tell you, there's a joy in that clarity that cannot be overstated. When you live with habits that honor your time, life starts to feel lighter, your energy multiplies, you find more space for creativity, connection, and meaning. You become magnetic to the people, opportunities, and experiences that truly align with your purpose. So start today. Choose one habit that will protect your time. Do it consistently. Watch as it transforms your life, not gradually, but profoundly, because your time is not just hours on a clock. It's the essence of your life. And the more you guard it, the more fully you can live it. Here's a truth that's often overlooked. Reclaiming your time is only half the battle. The other half is learning to be present in the moments that truly matter. Because what's the point of guarding your time if, when you finally have it, you are distracted, disengaged, or waiting for the next thing? Presence is the ultimate act of honoring your life, and it's where meaning, joy, and connection reside. Think about the last time you were fully present, not checking your phone, not worrying about what comes next, not replaying the past, just fully there, breathing, feeling, noticing that stillness, that focus, that deep connection to the moment. That is where life lives. That is where energy grows, relationships deepen, and happiness isn't chased, it's felt. When you quit wasting your time on what doesn't matter, you create space for presence. You create space to notice the little things: the smile of someone you love, the warmth of the sun, the thrill of accomplishing something meaningful. These moments are fleeting, and yet they are what make life worth living. If you spend all your energy on distractions, you miss them. You miss your life. Presence also amplifies gratitude. When you are fully engaged with what is meaningful, you see the richness of your existence. You feel the depth of your connections. You recognize the beauty in the everyday, and in that recognition, life feels fuller, brighter, and infinitely more alive. So guard your time, protect it fiercely. But when you finally carve out space for what matters, lean in, be here, fully laugh, cry, create love, and breathe without reservation. Presence transforms ordinary moments into sacred ones, and the more you practice it, the more life unfolds with clarity, passion, and joy. Because at the end of the day, the ultimate victory isn't in saving your time, it's in living it fully, fiercely, and unapologetically. Here's the truth you must never forget. Your time is your life. Every second, every minute, every hour is a choice. And the choices you make about where your attention goes, who you spend it with, and what you invest in determine the quality, depth, and meaning of your life. You cannot reclaim time that has already slipped through your fingers, but you can reclaim the moment you are in right now. Imagine this a life where you no longer pour energy into the meaningless, where distractions don't steal your joy, where fear and guilt no longer dictate your decisions. Imagine a life where every action, every relationship, every thought is aligned with what truly matters. That life is not a dream. It is not distant. It begins today, in this moment, with the courage to say no to what doesn't serve you and yes to what does. You have the power to choose, to set boundaries, to release what drains you, to prioritize what lifts you, to embrace presence, savor every moment, and live intentionally. And yes, it will take courage. Yes, it will be uncomfortable at times, but every step you take toward protecting your time is a step toward reclaiming your life. So I challenge you, start now, make the decisions that honor your energy, let go of what doesn't matter, guard time fiercely, live fully. Because a life spent on what is trivial is a life half lived, and your heart, your mind, your soul deserve to be fully, unapologetically alive. This is your life. This is your time. Do not waste it. Live it, own it, cherish it, and let every choice you make be a declaration that your life, your energy, and your joy are priceless and no longer negotiable.